information. Again, I continue to stress to you guys, if you're going to enjoy the outdoors, please pack out what you pack in. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for the animals that live in this environment. It's just not a good thing. So please, guys, if you are going to participate, chip in. Let's get started. All right, yo, gang, welcome back. All right, we're ready. First things first, the sidearm of the day is my Ruger 5.7. Here she is. If you want to get more information about her, make sure you check out my Ruger 5.7 video. It was pretty informational. But it's not why we're here. We are here to make seafood fried rice. When I mean seafood, we're going to use scallops and we're going to use shrimp. Now, you don't have to use scallop and shrimp. The beauty about this dish is you can use all your leftovers and make fried rice, which is awesome. So what I did was I have some rice. Oh, and the ingredients are, very simple. You'll need eggs, this is pre-cooked rice. I cooked this rice last night. You want to use cold rice. Better day-old rice, because you are going to reintroduce it to heat. And if the rice is warm or if it's too fresh, it might just turn into mush. You're going to lose a lot of your grains. They're not going to be so separate. All right. We have our shrimp. I have a pound of shrimp. This is about 4 cups of rice. You don't need that much, but it's going to be that good. So I suggest you you have enough. We have some fresh scallops. Now, if you want to add bean sprouts, I like bean sprouts, so we have bean sprouts. We have mixed vegetable. I was looking for just peas and carrots, but I couldn't find just peas and carrots, so I had to get the whole mixed veg shebang. I got this green wise bag because it's just enough in that bag. A little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic. This is my fresh minced garlic that I make myself. And that's pretty much it. Can't let these go. See where I can put this so it doesn't fly away. Right there. All right, so first things first, we are going to prep our seafood. So I am going to wash up my shrimp in my bowl. It is extremely windy, so I'm trying to make sure I keep all of my stuff. All right, so we're gonna have to cook these shrimp. If you had already cooked shrimp in the refrigerator, it's perfectly fine. If you had steak from the night before, it's perfectly fine. Just throw it all in there and you will enjoy it. All right, that's our shrimp. Let me turn it this way. All right, we have our scallops. They need to be washed just as well. Put that in there. Oh, I need to get some salt. I have my white salt. And my water is kind of far this time because my table's not strong enough to hold my jug. So we're just reintroducing a little bit of salt to the seafood just to wash it up. All right, all of this is peeled and deveined. So we're just gonna wash it just a little bit. My hands are washed. I washed my hands already. And I had to do a quick hair change because it is blowing. All right, so just like that, nothing too major. See, they're deveined. I keep the shells on. Well, not the shell, the tail. presentation. I think it just looks nice. All right, let me get rid of this. A little bit more water. All right, so the actual seafood, we're not going to season the seafood because the oyster sauce and the soy sauce has quite a bit of sodium in it already, and you don't want to make it too salty. My rice obviously had salt in it when I cooked it, so we are not going to do a whole lot of seasoning to this. But what I am going to do is we lost one. What I am going to do is I'm just going to use about a little less than half of a shrimp bouillon. When I do cook it, so that we can try to lock in a little bit of flavor on the seafood. Let me wash my hands really quick. Hands clean. Our shrimp and scallops are in the bowl. Let's close that up. My cold rice. And let's prep first so that once we get started, we don't have to stop and do all the extra stuff. Now, when I mean prep, I'm going to use an onion. I didn't get any green onion, my bad. But again, it's not, you don't have to have green onion. It's just, again, it looks good. All right. There's a rock right here that's just waiting for me to fall. Sharpen up this knife a little bit. Should be good. Now, as far as, again, onion is not necessary. You don't have to add the onion. But, and the size of the onion is also your choice. How much onion or how big you want your onion pieces. I like onions, so I want to be able to taste them, so I'm going to cut mine not too big, but pretty big. This darn rock. Y'all don't laugh, okay? Alright, we got that cleaned up. Let's rinse her off. Okay, so our onion, we're just gonna cut it into, bite-sized slices. So I guess it's what we call diced onions. Like so. Make sure they cook all the way. Oh, that broke up. That's all right. Okay, so we have our onion that's cut. Let me get my container so I can cook that up. Handy dandy Tupperware. You think this is gonna stay? It just might. All right. So now that's pretty much it. That's as much work that you have to do as far as getting this fried rice started. Let me light my stove. Now, I don't know how many of us have woks at home, but I don't own a wok. Maybe after this, I may consider getting a wok. But I got a regular old pot. regular old pot with a lid. And it's going to do just fine. Let me get my lighter. Alright, we got medium heat. But the wind is blowing so hard, the flame is pretty intense. But that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to cook my shrimp. Like I said, I'm not going to use any additional seasonings. I'm just going to use just a piece of this bouillon to make that happen. Put a little bit of oil in my pan. Just a tad bit. You are going to need much more than that for your actual rice. But this is just to season or to cook my shrimp and scallops. Alright, when I say a little, I'm going to show you what I mean by a little. Because this is also has a lot of sodium as well. That much. That's not even half of it. Oh, my flame went out. Darn it. That shouldn't have happened. Alright, we're back. I may need to turn just a little bit. But let's see if it goes out again. This is probably about a garlic clove, maybe. We're just gonna stir it up just a little bit. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's good? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. Let me know where you're watching from. And definitely let me know if you're interested in trying the recipe. Somebody did say fried rice. Here you go. We are making fried rice. All right, so take a look. My butter and oil and garlic is pretty much all married together. The color, this is too high. Let's turn that down. Comes from the bouillon. So let me just throw my shrimp in here really quick because it's going to be a fast cooking. Scallops do not take long at all to cook. Don't worry about crowding the pot. It's not a big deal. The goal is just to get it cooked. Well, partially cooked. Because we're going to let it finish cooking in the rice. All right, let's get this all happy and we'll be right back. All right, they turning pink. I don't have a sizzle like I want to hear. Oh, time out. I am going to have to turn the stove because the wind keeps blowing out my flame. So I'm going to have to turn her just a little bit. So let's turn this off. Turn this off. make some changes. We'll be back. All right, so we just turned it around to try to block some of the wind. But guess what? While we were making this adjustment, I just checked my studio and we hit 300,000! Thank you, thank you, thank you. We did it. So, you know what that means? You guys have to stay tuned to find out what I will be thanking my Yoke Gang fam with. So, stay tuned for that. But let's not lose focus as to what we're doing. All right, so we back on the fire. We're lit. Let me turn it up just a little bit. All right. We hit it, guys. Thank y'all so much. I am taken for words. I cannot thank you guys enough. This is major, because the only thing left from here is the sky. The sky is the limit, and I know we can do it. I know we can do it. We can get our next 100,000 milestone is going to be easy, because I know you're going to tell a friend that's going to tell a friend that's going to tell a friend, and the word is going to spread like wildfire. Okay, so take a look. You can see that the shrimp are not fully cooked. Some of them are pink, some of them still kind of translucent a little bit, which is fine. I am almost positive that some of these scallops are already cooked all the way through, because these little things, if you overcook this, it'll be like you chewing on a piece of rubber, just like the shrimp, and you do not want to do that. Okay, so I did bring, and now that I'm looking at my quantities of what it is that I have, I think I am going to have to use this other pan, because I don't think this is going to be wide enough, but no big deal. We just going to move forward and use that. Now, the next step is, if you had to cook whatever protein that it is that you're going to add to it, just set it aside for a moment, because you have other things that you have to do. And the first thing, which you would think would be the last thing, is cook your eggs. So we are going to beat about 6 eggs. Yeah, that's still going, just making sure. Scramble, just gonna scramble 6 eggs. Or you can use as much eggs as you choose. There's not, again, this is not a recipe that's set in stone or anything. You can add, take away, whatever it is that you like or you don't like. It's not a big deal. And if you add something or if you take something out, let me know. I am interested to know. We got a little shell here. Oh, let me teach y'all a trick with the shell. Let me get some water. If you wet your finger and you fish for your piece of shell, it pretty much attracts itself to your finger, and you can just pull it. Well, it ain't working now because y'all watching me. Is that working? Is that even a shell? Oh, there it is. Just like that. All right, that's not shell. All right, we got 4. We're gonna get 2 more. And that's 6. You know what? I might use a little bit more, because I'm not playing when I say I have a lot of rice. Or I just won't use all of the rice. That's what I'll do. Let's do 7. Let's go 7. And these are jumbo eggs. So I guess depending on the size egg that you have. Hold on, I got another little shell in here. See now, eggs, y'all embarrassing me. I told them I had a little trick for them and it's not working. Alright, I got it. My pan is probably good and hot. Let's just beat this really quick. You're not going to add salt or anything to this. Add our oil. You're going to add a good amount of oil because your rice is fried rice. So when you're frying stuff, you need oil. I know it seems a little excess, but don't worry. Check that wrist. Alright, let me get my... What do y'all call this? Is this a spatula? Or is a spatula the flat one that you kind of like dig stuff out with? What do y'all call this? I call it a spatula. Alright, that should be good and hot. Make sure my fire's still on. Yes, it is. And you're going to add your eggs. Oh, my pan is not hot enough. Just make sure that you scramble your eggs. Of course, with the wok, you can do all that cool stuff with it, but we ain't got no wok. Alright, you see how the egg is really not melting into the oil? This one is not working in our favor today, but it's okay. It's alright. Our eggs. Now they're getting nice and fluffy. All right, now I'm going to add my onion. While it's cooking, mix it all together. All right, our egg is cooking beautifully. It is quite a bit of egg, but it's fine. I like egg in my fried rice. Our onion. Our bean sprouts, as much or as little as you want. And I don't think my pot is going to be big enough. 2 strikes, yo. And your vegetables. Now, I would not have chosen green beans, but that's all right. I had to get what I can find. Look how fluffy those eggs are. Good job. All right. You know what I'm gonna have to do? Looks like I'm gonna have to light my other burner. That rock is going to be the death of me out here. Let's light this one as well. gonna add our rice. Cold rice. There you go. As much or as little rice as you would like. I think that's a good amount of rice. All right. Let's add we have oyster sauce and we have soy sauce. Now this is what's gonna color your rice and flavor it as well. So oyster sauce, where's my sauce? Frying. So oyster sauce we're gonna put, trying to put it on the spoon so you guys can see about how much I am adding. Okay, about a cooking spoonful. And soy sauce, I have the less sodium soy sauce. You don't have to use that. You can use the regular soy sauce as well, or whatever it is you like. Okay, we got that's not good. I do apologize. I don't measure anything, but it's all good. All right, see how it's changing color? If you want it darker, you can add more. Just be mindful with your sodium. Just keep flipping it around until everything is coated nicely. Before I get too far, let me add my shrimp and my scallops. And it looks like we're gonna need a little bit more soy and oyster sauce. You know what? I'm gonna just put all this juice in here too. Why not? Make sure everything is coated nicely. Let me add a little bit more oyster sauce because this was a lot of rice. And a little bit more soy sauce. Wish you guys can smell this. Better than takeout. And it's so easy. So easy. What do you think? Arroz chino. Me encanta el arroz chino. For my, bueno, para la próxima, vamos a hacer una cena hispana. So what I said was on the next one, we are going to choose a Spanish dish, well, a dinner dish. I'm not going to go with breakfast or lunch, but we're going to choose an Hispanic dinner dish for the next Cooking with Yoke. So, para la próxima, para mis, no seguidores, pero para mi familia de Yoke Gang, que son, que están en México, en Brasil, tenemos mucha gente en Brasil, tenemos gente en Panamá, tenemos gente en Colombia, en Cuba, I think I did see unos cuantos, pero no creo que viven en Cuba, creo que viven aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero me gustaría hacer una comida de mi parte hispana. So, I would love to do a dish representing my Hispanic side. I did a Caribbean dish, which was the Caribbean conch salad, the Bahamian conch salad, not just Caribbean. It's specifically Bahamian conch salad. I made that. If y'all are interested in that video, make sure y'all go back and check it out. Yoke Gang, check it out. Just like that. We have a whole meal in less than how many minutes? It took me longer to cut up the onion and beat the egg than to actually make the rice. The amount of eggs, the 7 eggs, actually was perfect. If you can see, there's really not an overwhelming amount of egg in here, even though I enjoy eggs in my rice. That's a Cuban staple. Arroz blanco con huevo frito, white rice and fried eggs. If you're Cuban, you already know. Esa es la comida de los pobres. That's it. It's the poor man meal, and I am just fine with eating that meal because I love white rice and fried eggs. Here you go. What do you think? I made a little bit of a mess, but it looks good to me. You know, we got to taste this. Y'all know I don't go far without my fork and my plate. Let me get some scallops. Here they are. All right, okay, moment of truth. It's probably very hot. Yes, it is hot. And that little garlic butter that we put together and fried the shrimp in just gave it that much more seasoning. Now, don't forget you can add or take away whatever it is that I showed you here today as far as if you feel like your soy sauce and your oyster sauce is not enough, hey, be my guest. Let me know what you added to it and measure with. But as far as this goes, bon appetit, because it is amazing. Yo, gang, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. I have really been having so much fun putting these cooking videos together for you. If there's anything else that you want to see or you want me to cook, I will definitely get out here and get it done for you. It sure beats me cooking in the kitchen. I will pack up my kitchen and come out here for you because I enjoy it so much. Remember, if you have not checked out www.yokegang.com, make sure you check it out. Make sure you get your t-shirt or your gun bag patch. We hit 300K. Why not? Thank you so much. Yo, gang, I'm sorry, but this is where it ends. I got to make sure I clean up and get my stuff. I love you guys to pieces.